Hello! Welcome to this week's video blog. For this week, I thought we would do another installment of a look at my keeper shelf. And that is that middle, oh, that's the first time I did it right. That middle shelf right there, all the way down to the floor, where I pick out a few books from that shelf, and I tell you what about them makes them worthy of a spot on my keeper shelf, as opposed to just giving them away. Now, some of these I have not reread, so I may not remember certain details about some of them, but I knew that I loved them enough to keep them on my keeper shelf. So for the first book, we are going into, I think, one of my favorite, if not my favorite is Zoya, but this one is my second favorite Danielle Steele novel, and it's Star. Love this book, especially because I loved the mini-series, or the movie that they made about this book, where the main character Star was played by Jenny Garth. Kaylee Taylor from Beverly Hills 90210. She played Star, and it's about this young girl who grows up to find success as a singer. It was Jenny Garth and Craig Bierko, I think. Yeah, and he played her love interest in the miniseries. And like I say, Danielle Steele is really a hit or miss for me, but this one was I loved this one. This one is my second favorite Danielle Steele, next to Zoya, which that one was my favorite, my most definite favorite. So yeah, love this one. Of course, there's angst, and there's melodrama, and there's crazy sauce. One of the main scenes, I think, that stands out to me is when Star, I think she gets raped in the stables, and I think she kills the rapist, her either stepbrother or uncle or something. Yeah, and then she has to, like, that's sort of a secret that haunts her past. Yeah, so Danielle Steele's Star, loved it. The second book, my pretty ginger boy. Book 3 in the Outlander series, Voyager. And this is with the TV cover from the show. I know there's people who don't like movie TV covers. I love them. I love the movie and TV tie-in covers. The original cover's fine, but any chance I can get to have this boy's face in front of my eyeballs, I take it. I take it. So Voyager is, because assuming that you've read Outlander and Dragonfly and Amber, Voyager starts off a little confusing. Or is it Dragonfly that starts off confusing? Let me go back. No, Voyager's okay. Voyager starts off normal. It's Dragonfly that starts off all confusing and throws people off. But Voyager is the story of the 20 years that Claire and Jamie are apart after she leaves him after the Battle of Culloden, after he sends her back through the stones to save her and their unborn child. So the first half of Voyager is the 20 years that they've spent apart. and y'all, some shit goes down. They have the most, like, there's good moments, but really, it's a shit show. Without, like, no good thing happens when they're apart. Like, there's some, like, uplifting, nice moments, but basically it's just angst and grieving and mourning for like 20 years until in the middle where they get reunited again. And then it's all, they're back together, but there's like war and battle and death and medicine and just a whole lot of just, oh, that there's trips to Jamaica, there's beheadings. Voyager, yeah, for a lot of people, Voyager is their favorite. I think next to Outlander, the first one, the Fiery Cross is my favorite. Because for the majority of the Fiery Cross, they're at home on the ridge, and it's peaceful. The Fiery Cross, I think, is my favorite next to Outlander. But yeah, this is book 3, and it's Voyager. So it's the first half of the book is the 20 years that Claire and Jamie are apart, and the second half is when they get reunited again, and it's beautiful and wonderful. And book 3 in the series, if you have not read this series yet, I highly recommend it. The next book was the first book from this author that I tried, and I knew that I wanted it to be the first book because, y'all, I'm all about World War II. Fiction set in World War II, romance is set in World War II. I am all about that. And this was the first book that I read from Amy Harmon, and it's From Sand and Ash. And it is about an Italian Jew and a Catholic priest. He goes into the priesthood, but they were kind of raised together when he comes to live on her family's farm. And so they kind of grew up together, and of course that relationship blossoms into one of love, but he feels the calling to become a priest. And then World War II happens. So he's a priest, she's a Jew, they're fucked. Literally and figuratively. And it's beautiful. And it's Amy Harmon, and I had heard that like her books were so like angsty and stuff, so I was fully prepared for one or both of them to die. For those of you who are worried about that and would like to know, I can assure you that they don't die. But it is a beautiful, they do suffer a lot, but it is, Amy Harmon's writing voice is gorgeous. Just gorgeous, gorgeously written. Just, oh, all the good book noises. From Sand and Ash by Amy Harmon. I've read What the Wind Knows by her, which, so I've read another book by her and totally loved it as well. I don't have a print copy of that. I think I read it Audible. I listened to it in audiobook. Beautiful, beautiful. I will be getting a print copy of that book because that book as well belongs on my keeper shelf, along with this one, From Sand and Ash by Amy Harmon. The next one is, again, the Mecca, the gold standard for me from this author, R.K. Lilly, Breaking Him, and the sequel, Breaking Her. So it's a duology with the two books in it. Wait, no. Oh, did I forget? Okay, Breaking Him is here, is there. Breaking Him is breaking. Did I forget to pick up Breaking Her? Give me 1 second. Hold on. Okay, let's get back to this, shall we? Yes, I forgot the other one. So Breaking Him is book 1. Breaking Her is book 2. These were so good. It's the rich boy, girl from the wrong side of the tracks, families doing everything to keep them apart. There's trauma, there's angst, there's brokenheartedness, there's bad decisions, there's revenge, just all the things. There's all the things, and it's sexy as so yeah, these two, Breaking Him and Breaking Her. And I've tried others by R.K. Lilly, but they haven't really grabbed me. They just, I don't know if it's because I read these two first, but like maybe if I read the other two first, they would have that magic for me. I don't know, but it's like after having read these two, the others just didn't do it for me. They don't have, in my opinion, the magic that these two had. I'm always open to sort of like dip my toe back into R.K. Lilly's work and open to seeing if like maybe others that I enjoy. But the few that I have that I've read like since then just haven't grabbed me. The last one is actually a book of poems from one of my favorite poems, and that's Pablo Neruda. And he writes very sort of sexy, sensual poems. R.I.P. I think he died in the 70s. Yes, he was from Chile. So, and these are his translated poems. Just beautiful, beautiful. Like, okay. Full woman, fleshly apple, hot moon, thick smell of seaweed, crushed mud and light. What obscure brilliance opens between your columns? What ancient night does a man touch with his senses? Just a little. Loving is a journey with water and with stars, with smothered air and abrupt storms of flower. Loving is a clash of lightning bolts and two bodies defeated by a single drop of honey. Like just, yeah. Just all the feels, all the like awakenings happening. So yeah, just Pablo Neruda. This one is Full Woman, Fleshly Apple, Hot Moon, Selected Poems of Pablo Neruda. So that's going to be it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed that. That was part 9 of a look at my keeper shelf. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. And yeah, so that's going to be it. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/authorejamie. Like my Facebook page at facebook.com/authorejamie. And excuse me, we'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!